I'd been selling photos to these publishers, mostly in New York, mostly via mail and by telephone. So I decided, well, I'd take a trip to New York and I'd go and meet these editors face to face. So I've met a couple, and then I've got to go meet this lady, Yvonne, right? So I'm sitting in the reception. Receptionist says, oh yeah, Yvonne will be out in a minute. And I'm sitting there waiting, and this door opens, and this woman comes out. Now, Yvonne is like 6'4", and then she's wearing like 6-inch heels. But she's got this guy on her back that she's giving a piggyback to. And she's running around the office with this guy on her back going, ah, ah, ah. And I'm thinking, okay, it's kind of weird, right? She puts the guy down, the guy goes running off, and she goes, oh, hi, you must be Gail. Did you have a nice ride in? Yeah, that was just, he's one of my assistants. I give him a piggyback sometimes because he gets off on it. And I'm like, okay, right? So anyway, we go into her office, and she's looking through my photos, and you know, I've got a lot of photography that she likes, and she's kind of going through them like, oh, this one's very nice, and oh, this photographer's wonderful, I really like this. And I'm kind of sitting there, you know, looking around her office, and I'm looking at these jars that she's got on her table, you know, like a pickled finger and a piece of liver, or a spider or something. And then there's this thing, it looks like an alien. Right, so I'm looking at this, and she sees me, and she goes, yeah, that's an alien baby. And I'm thinking, well, a real alien baby? And she goes, this guy comes in here the other day, and he looks at that, and he says, is that a real alien baby? Like, yeah, it's real. It's from Queens. And I'm totally looking confused. And she says, you know, they make plastic stuff in Queens like they do in Hong Kong. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm English, so, you know, I kind of got away with that one. But I'm sitting there, and I was like, you know, I'm trying to kind of keep up with the conversation. And, you know, she's looking through my photos and everything, and she says, you want to go to a club this evening? And I'm thinking, well, I probably should, you know, if I'm trying to sell her some photos. And I'm thinking, I'm actually 19, I can't even get into a club, but I'll figure it out. And I'm like, sure, you know, because I'm thinking I want to sell some photos. And she says, oh, God, you'll love this club. It's great. Because, you know, like after work when you just want to beat the crap out of some guy. You know, like, you know, when you've been pent up all day and you just, you know, you want to just go punch a guy. And I'm like, uh-huh. And I'm thinking, what the heck is she talking about? She goes, oh, yeah, you just get it out. These guys line up. They love you to beat them up. And Brian's going to be there. Brian's the pony. Now, he has his own, he gets down like a pony, and he has his own saddle, and he has, you know, stirrups and everything, and then he gives you a whip, and you get to whip him, and you've got spurs on and everything, and it's great. You can ride Brian around the pony, and you can whip him. And I'm thinking, what the heck? How am I going to get out of this? So, you know, I kind of half agreed to go, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm just so naive, and this is just, you know, so over my head. I'm trying to pretend like I'm sophisticated. I know what I'm doing. I did end up getting out of going to the Beat It Up Guy club. I think I told her something came up and I was busy. But I eventually had to go to another kind of Beat It Up restaurant with her, which was this French restaurant where they had, you know, beautiful French food on the menu, but you could also order things like public humiliation, 10 lashings. And so people would order that, you know, and so people would be sitting in the restaurant all eating, and then they'd be ting, 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 ting. Yes, the man at table number 2 has ordered public humiliation, right? And then this guy would get up and, you know, pull down his pants and get paddled in the middle of the restaurant, and everybody would cheer and then go back to eating their French dinner. And her assistant comes in and is bringing us some coffee or something, and she says to him, hey, Panty Boy, go out and get me some tampons at the corner shop, right? And so he leaves out the door, and I'm like, wow, I'd be kind of embarrassed to ask my male assistant to get tampons. And he sticks his head back in, and she goes, you don't mind, do you, Panty Boy? And I'm like, oh my God. And she goes, hey, you can be Gail's slave for the week. Panty Boy, you can drive Gail around. okay, so he's yours for the week. And she literally gave me this guy for the week, right? So he was my driver, and I sent him out to the deli and sent him out for photocopies and stuff. I guess I could have asked him for other stuff, but I didn't. So Yvonne says to me, well, I can get you a slave in Los Angeles if you want one. I said, what do you mean? She goes, oh, well, they're great. They'll do house cleaning, they'll do washing your windows, they'll do everything. And I'm like, what, and you don't pay them? She's like, they'll pay you like $200. Are you kidding? They'll pay you to come and clean your house. They do a really good job. I know lots of them in LA. I can get you one if you want. And she said, but, they might be a bit weird looking. Like, they might come like in a rubber diaper or something. They'll be on their hands and knees. And, you have to kind of hit them once in a while and, beat them up. And I'm thinking, can you imagine me hiring some guy to come over to my house? What's my family going to say when there's some guy in a rubber diaper in the kitchen scrubbing the floor? So I decided to pass on that one. So Yvonne took a little bit of getting used to. She was pretty wild. And that was my first time in New York.